Hey guys, it's Jimmy. I'm making a video, believe it or not. Haven't made one in about a year at least. So this is going to be a special one, at least for me. Don't blame me if you don't watch all the way through. This is mostly for my reference, but I also wanted to make this to reflect what's happening with this hobby. I think there's a lot of YouTubers that are just thriving off of telling you what to buy and how to spend your money and how you're going to be missing out if you don't invest in this or invest in that. And there's just the amount of genuine YouTubers that are out there making content for this hobby are just dwindling. It's really sad, so I'll get to that in another video. But in the meantime, I'd like to endorse a few channels that I really respect. One being Danny Phantump, another being TCA Gaming, Primetime Pokemon, and PokeRev. I think, some may disagree with that, but I think PokeRev makes genuine content, doesn't ever tell you what to buy, doesn't necessarily, try to affect the market or manipulate the market. His content is pretty genuine. But yeah, I'll be making future videos the way I think they should be made. And in this video, I'm comparing pricing of my Charizard PSA and BGS and CGC collection from 2020 and 2021 and 2023. So in 2020 to 2021, my collection saw a 163% increase in value in the span of just a year. What you'll see in this video in summary is that from 2021 to 2023, those same cards lost 21%. So the percent difference from 2020 to 2023 remains positive at 113%, but it had been 163% growth in 2021. So that is pretty much the summary of this video, but if you care to keep watching, I appreciate it. So this is first the Diamond and Pearl Stormfront Charizard and a PSA 5. This card sells currently for $100. It's an approximation because there was no PSA 5 sales in English. There was a German sale at $75, and there was a PSA 7 sold at $160. So I estimated about $100 is appropriate for that card. Next is the PSA 6 base set Charizard. That card currently is selling for $200. It was valued at $260 in 2021 and $150 in 2020. What I noticed about Charizard, it seems to fluctuate every day. You can find a PSA 6 for maybe $30 more, $30 less, depending on the day of the week that you buy it. Don't know why that's happening, but so you can save some money if you're looking hard enough, or you get the auction end at the right time. This is a PSA 7 base set Charizard, currently selling for $280. In 2021, it had been $315. And in 2020, $160. I'll show that on the screen quickly. Next is the PSA 8 of the base set Charizard, currently selling for $450. In 2021, $475, and in 2020, $270. That's the sales for the PSA 7. And we'll move on to the PSA 8. Next is another PSA 8 in a CP6 Charizard from the 20th anniversary set. That card is currently selling for $73. It had been $80 in 2021 and $40 in 2020. Show that on the screen. Following that is the PSA 8 Evolutions Reverse Holo Charizard. The Evolutions PSA 8 Reverse Hollow is currently selling for $55. It had been $60 in 2021 and $25 in 2020. Next is the PSA 9 Evolutions Hollow Charizard. The Evolutions PSA 9 Charizard is currently selling for $100. It had been $150 in 2021 and $70 in 2020. Following the PSA 9 Evolutions Charizard Hollow, we have the PSA 9 Tag Bolt Charizard from, PSA 9 Charizard from Tag Bolt. That is the Japanese set. This was released as a Shattered Glass promo from the theme deck in English. I do not like the Shattered Glass cards for the most part, so I elected to buy that one. That is currently valued at $25. It had been $70 in 2021 and $15 in 2020. Following the Tag Bolt Charizard and the PSA 9, we have another PSA 9 in the Charizard from the Fall Collector chest. Clone Charizard. That one is currently selling for $40 in a PSA 9. $70 had been its price in 2021, and $25 had been its price in 2020. Following the Fall Collector Chest Charizard, we have the PSA 9 Team Up Pre-Release Hollow. This is one of my favorite artworks done of Charizard. It is similar to, in my opinion, the Brilliant Stars print of Charizard V. And that was something I'd said actually when this card initially came out. I said it resembled more of an artwork you'd see with a GX card, which I still think stands true because they did seemingly recreate it in that V that they'd released in Brilliant Stars. That card had been very valuable in 2021, which I'm not surprised about. It has, decreased in value a little bit. It is currently valued at $70. It had been $115 in a PSA 9 in 2021 and $26 in 2020. Following that card is the PSA 8 Flashfire Charizard, the ultra rare, 107 out of 106. That card is currently selling for $66. It had been $70 in 2021, so not much of a change there. I had not had that card in 2020, so I do not have a valuation from that year. Following the ultra rare Charizard from Flashfire is the PSA 8 Flashfire Charizard number 69 out of 106. It is not the ultra rare variant of this card artwork. This card is currently selling for $80. It had been $100 in 2021 and $25 in 2020. As I said, the percent change from 2020 to 2023, it sank to 113% positive. It had been 163% in 2021. So, you could have gotten a lot of these cards for very cheap in 2020. That's the theme of the video here, as you'll see illustrated in each of these following cards. But after the PSA 8 is the PSA 9 of the same card, number 69 out of 106. The PSA 9 is selling for $150 currently. It had been $185 in 2021 and all the way down to $50 in 2020. You regret not picking up more of those, but there is the PSA 9 on the screen. Following the PSA 9 of the Flashfire Charizard 69 of 106 is the PSA 8 Flashfire Charizard EX Full Art, number 100 out of 106. That card is currently valued at $80. It had been $90 in 2021 and $25 in 2020. Could have bought just about every one of these for $25 in 2020. I might have even bought that one from TCA Gaming if I remember correctly. After the PSA 8 Full Art, we have the PSA 10 Champions Path Elite Trainer Box Charizard. I do believe that I already closed the tab for that card. I bought this for the price that I shouldn't have even considered buying it for, but I bought it for $200, and it is currently only valued at, I apologize, $45. It had been $88 in 2021, but that was on its ride downward because it has been sinking ever since. And in 2020, of course, I did not have that card, so it was not included in that video. Next, we have the PSA 9 Mega Charizard EX from Generations, a card that got me back into collecting Pokemon. I don't know how I became aware that this card even existed, but I bought a Blastoise box from Generations, and I think I pulled it on the very first box that I bought, but somehow I did not stop there, and I continue to buy them today. So that card had sold in 2021 for $150 in the PSA 9. Currently, it's selling at $85. In 2020, it only sold for $40. After that card, we have the Charizard Breaks In PSA 10 promo. That card is currently selling for $80. It had been $110 in 2021 and was not featured in my 2020 video. So I do not have a valuation from 2020. Here is that card on the screen. After the Charizard Breaks In promo is the PSA 9 remix bout of PSA 9 Charizard and Breaks In from remix bout. It is currently selling for $40. It had been $90 in 2021. And in 2020, it had only been $30. Show that on the screen. After the remix bout, Charizard and Breaks In is the PSA 10 Charizard GX Hidden Fates promo. The PSA 10 Charizard Hidden Fates promo sells for $40. It had been $105 in 2021 and was not featured in my 2020 video. Following the Charizard GX from the Hidden Fates promo is the PSA 8 Charizard non-holo from Expedition. There is another artwork featured in Expedition of Charizard. I do not prefer that one to this one, so this one is, I don't know, I just like this card. It's a very nice card. It's grown in value too, actually. It's one of the cards that's kind of remained pretty steady in value. It is currently valued at $70. 2021, it was worth a little bit more at $100, and it had been as cheap as $30 in 2020. Following the PSA 8 Charizard from Expedition is the PSA 9 Charizard GX from Burning Shadows. It is the regular GX, number 20 out of 147. Here is that card, and here it is on the screen. PSA 9 Charizard GX from Burning Shadows currently sells for $35, had been $55 in 2021 and $20 in 2020. Following that is the PSA 10 of the same card. The PSA 10 sells currently for $80, had been $160 in 2021 and $50 in 2020. Here's that on the screen. And I'm going to take this opportunity to share some code cards with you. If anybody's watched this far, I hope you enjoy these. Okay, moving on. After the PSA 10 Charizard GX number 20 is the PSA 10 Charizard GX SM60 promo. I do not have that card out to show in the video, but that one in the video that I'd featured in 2021, it had the largest growth of any card in my Charizard PSA, BGS, or CGC collection. From 2020 to 2021, it increased 460%. It was valued at $100 in 2020, valued at $560 in 2021, and it seems to have kind of, plateaued a little bit. It is $500 right now in 2023. So this card, every variation of the Charizard GX print, whether it be Hidden Fates or the promo or, the Rainbow Rare, it is a pretty safe card to have and to hold on to. After the SM60 promo is Charizard GX PSA 9, the Secret Rare, 150 out of 147. I was fortunate enough to pull 4 of those. 3 did attain a 9. There they are. That card is currently valued at $450. In 2021, it had been $520, and in 2020, $300. I'll show that on the screen. Following the PSA 9 Charizard GX Burning Shadows print is the PSA 10 Charizard and Braixen GX. The Secret Rare, 251 out of 236. That card I did not have in 2020. Oh, I apologize. I am showing the Charizard V. Well, I suppose we should address this card. So this card is just one I've recently picked up just because it is very nice artwork in my opinion. I do like this card a lot. It's PSA 9. PSA 9 of that card sells for $27 currently. It was obviously not featured in my 2021 or 2020 video. But addressing again the PSA 9 Charizard GX Secret Rare, like I said, it is valued at $450, had been $520 and $300 in 2020. Following that is the PSA 10 Charizard and Braixen GX from Cosmic Eclipse, 251 out of 236. It was not featured in my 2020 video. In 2021, it was valued at $340. Currently, it is $210. I'll show that on the screen. Scroll through a few results here. And after the Charizard and Braixen GX Secret Rare in a PSA 10 is the PSA 9 Mega Charizard EX Evolutions Full Art 101 out of 108. This card is selling for $50. It had been $80 in 2021 and $35 in 2020. Scroll through a few results on the screen here. Following the PSA 9 Charizard EX Full Art 101 out of 108 is the PSA 10 Charizard Reshiram GX from Unbroken Bonds, number 20 out of 214. That card is selling for $50 currently, sold for $100 in 2021 and $50 in 2020. I'll show that on the screen. Following Charizard and Reshiram is the promo. Oh yes, I love this artwork, yes. The Charizard and Reshiram GX promo, SM201. I have two of those. It is valued at $40 currently, was $42 in 2021 and $15 in 2020. Show a few results from that card. Following the SM201 promo is Reshiram and Charizard GX Full Art in a PSA 9. This is number 194 out of 214. In 2020, it had been $40. In 2021, $75, and currently sitting at $42. Show that on the screen. Let's move these tabs over. So the PSA 9 Charizard and GX, Charizard and Reshiram GX Full Art is selling for $42 currently. The Secret Rare is next. Secret Rare is number 217 out of 214. It is in a PSA 9. Currently selling for $125. Had been $200 in 2021 and $125 also in 2020. Show that on the screen. Following the Secret Rare, 217 out of 214 is the PSA 9 Reverse Holo Charizard from Dragon Majesty. PSA 9 Reverse Holo Charizard from Dragon Majesty currently sells at $22. Had been $20 in 2020 and $52 in 2021. Show a few results of that on the screen before we move on to PSA 10 Holographic Charizard from Dragon Majesty. PSA 10 Holo sells for $60 currently. It had been $50 in 2020 and $140 in 2021. Show a few results on the screen here. Following the PSA 10 holographic Charizard from Dragon Majesty is two PSA 9 Charizards in a holo from Dragon Majesty. Those are selling for $25. We're selling for $50 in 2021 and $15 in 2020. That was when I bought a couple of them back in 2020 because I just like the artwork, and I just thought, you know, it's a good one to just have. After the PSA 9 Charizard holo from Dragon Majesty is the Charizard GX Secret Rare from Burning Shadows in a PSA 10. So this card from 2020 to 2021 experienced a 228% increase. In 2020, it had been $800. 2021, it was $2,625, and it is still experiencing growth, currently valued at $3,000. I'll show a few of those on the screen after this loads for the PSA 9 from Dragon Majesty. This card, the PSA 10, I did not take out for the video, so it won't be shown. But like I said, yeah, 228% growth from 2020 to 2021 is still growing at $3,000 currently for a PSA 10. Following the PSA 10 Charizard GX Secret Rare from Burning Shadows is the BGS 10 Pristine Charizard GX from Hidden Fates, Shiny Vault 49. This card is currently valued at $800. In 2021, it had been worth $1,105, and I do not have a valuation for it from 2020. So it'll show up on the screen here eventually, and I'll show that. So yeah, currently $800 for the Shiny Vault 49 Charizard GX in a Pristine 10 from Beckett. Following the Pristine 10 from Beckett is a PSA 10 Japanese Ultra Shiny GX Charizard. This card I did not take out for the video either. From 2020 to 2021, it experienced a 300% increase in value. It was $175 in 2020, $700 in 2021, and it is still experiencing growth at $900 in 2023. This card is, I don't know if it's, I know there's a lot of speculation on the Japanese market. I don't know if that's what's driving its price, but I don't know how much more it can go up. It's already worth more than the English counterpart. As I said, the BGS 10 Pristine is worth $800, and this one is exceeding that. So I don't know how much more growth can be expected from this card, but it is interesting to see. Following the Ultra Shiny GX Charizard is a couple of cards that have been added to my collection recently. The BGS 9.5 Radiant Charizard from Crown Zenith. It is currently valued at $65. It had no prior valuation, of course, in 2021 and 2020, so it is not included in any of the figures I've given for percent change. There is a few results on the screen. Following that card is the CGC 9 Charizard V-Star with subgrades. I did not take that card out for the video either. It is number 262. from the Ultra Premium Collection. It's currently valued at $28. And like I said, obviously not featured in the 2020 or 2021 video. So, with all of the cards featured in today's video, whether they'd been featured in 2021 or 2020, regardless of that, the total value currently of all the cards that I've featured is $8,913. So despite adding like 3 cards from 2021 to this current iteration of this series, despite adding, like I said, 3 cards, the total value in 2021 was $11,134. And currently, like I said, the 2023 total value is $8,913. So that illustrates, the change in the market. 2020 was the turning point. That was when you still had the opportunity to get some of these cards for pretty fair prices. And in 2021, if you bought in then, you can pretty much guarantee that you've lost a little bit of the value that you definitely, you're not breaking even at this point. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll try and prepare a more concise opinion on what I've learned from this. But yeah, just to summarize, from 2020 to 2021, there was 163% growth. From 2020 to 2023, it is 113% growth. From 2021 to 2023, it is a 21% loss. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you're doing well in your collection goals, and I do say hi to everyone that had been so closely following my channel. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you soon.